I'm going back. At least I know I got your attention. There you go. Notice how you can't help but mention her. All right. We're going to make sure that we hold it up. I don't know if I want to do 3. Hello, Yana B. Yana Clara. My Bubblegins is inside the live, but let's get into it. Oh my gosh. All right, it's on top of my list. Okay. Yeah. I'm probably going to do like either the 3-minute mark. I think I'm going to do 3 minutes maybe rather than 5 minutes. They usually take a little hop, skip, and a beat for people to be notified that I am live. But my moderator is here, which I'm really appreciative of. Yana B, do you get like notifications from YouTube, or do you just be on YouTube and it's just there? Silly Dilly. My brother's lost right now, though. I gotta find her. Okay. Hello. My favorite girls. Hello. But okay, great. I just figured like you probably just be on YouTube. We are YouTube girlies, okay? YouTube stanzianas. We are constantly here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I haven't been on live in so long. I'm not gonna get into that yet until probably like around the 3-minute mark, and then we can get started. Even though y'all are in here, so I think I could just kind of like go. Actually, yeah, fuck that. I'm not gonna do the 3-minute mark because I usually just do it for moderators, my two girly pops who come in, just so they can give y'all enough time and whatnot. So I just started this little 2-minute mark in a second. But yeah, we are definitely YouTube peeps. Okay, perfect. First of all, I have not been on in so long. And listen, I want to get this out the way. I want to cut this out the way immediately. I know y'all, the videos have not been posting. Listen, it is not that I don't want to be consistent. The inconsistency got me. Now listen, the way that I post is that I need to be in the proper environment to basically not to give my brain not a reason not to do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like basically I need to provide a proper environment that I don't need to basically, I guess you say that no obstacle should be in my way from being able to get done what I need to get done. Okay, that's just how my neurodivergency works or whatever. And this life of mine has been quite the doozler. Okay, things have been happening. I gotta replace some shit. I gotta fix some shit. I gotta get my life together. But as soon as I have all that stuff figured out, I'll be able to get back into the posting because I'm not one of the people who likes to give false hope. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to post something and then I don't post another thing for like 2 weeks. If I'm posting, I'm posting. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna see me going live a lot more now because I was trying to keep up with the videos, but my life is just kicking my ass left to right. I don't know what's going on. Lots happening here. And I'm just trying to get all my duckies in the row. Okay? And once I get those duckies in a row, I'll be back in for show. I don't know exactly the determined date. But yeah. Also, I had got like a message on my last post. I don't know if y'all saw that, but on my last post on YouTube a few days ago, where I just announced on there that like I'm not gonna be posting in long form for a while. May post some short form if I can, and I'm going live a lot more. But somebody asked me about the Reddit stories. Not sure if y'all saw that, but I did reply to their comment, and I basically just told them like I'm gonna be taking a step back from the Reddit stories. It's not because I don't love Reddit stories or I don't think that they're fun, and not that I don't think the videos are great because they are, but it's just with the transition into the ADHD niche, given the fact that YouTube kind of established me with Reddit stories last year, which I really wasn't expecting, I guess you say with me transitioning into a permanent niche, I don't want to be giving false hope about a niche that I'm no longer in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also noticing too, a pattern that I noticed as well, is that for some of the people who don't even probably be in live like that, a lot of my audience, they won't watch anything else. I have like maybe 3 people out of the people that I used to post for like last year. Like I probably have like 3 people who probably engage with the other videos outside like of my new subscribers. Like the new subscribers, yeah, they're their own thing. But like the people who were with me last year, like, you know, Silly Billy, Serenity, like who else? There's a couple of people, Yana Bean obviously, but like there's like a couple of people from last year who's like carried over, and those are the only people who are like looking at like the other shit. The rest of y'all is only watching the Reddit stories, and it's just like pumpkin cake. This is not a Reddit story channel. This is not a Reddit story page. This is a ADHD niche page. And if you're not going to engage with the ADHD stuff, I don't know. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I said I don't have any plans to post any Reddit stories anytime soon. I'm trying to get out of that niche, so YouTube will push me to the audience that I'm looking for. And yeah, that's where we're at with that. So I want to cover that. But first topic of the day. Also, y'all need to start giving me live topics because I don't be knowing what the fuck to talk about. Genuinely, I'll be running out of stuff to talk about, and y'all know I can talk all day, but I need to have something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And so, somebody mentioned this in the last live, and I wanted to talk about it really quick. They asked me about Demon Slayer specifically. Now, I'm gonna probably ruffle a lot of feathers when I say this. Oh, Dispatch, I write that down too. Girl, y'all, you already know how I feel about Dispatch. Silly Billy, are you a gamer? Like, do you watch, not gamer, but do you watch like game playthroughs and stuff like that? I don't even know, but I'll put that down. But Demon Slayer, somebody asked me about this. I'm gonna ruffle a couple of feathers, but honestly, my idea of Demon Slayer in a nutshell is if I was trying to prove to someone that anime isn't for children, I would not show them Demon Slayer. I just wouldn't. Demon Slayer gets very childish. And I'm not saying like everything about it, not the whole story and whatnot, but like it gets very childish to me. It's a lot of childish moments in there. So like if I really was trying to prove to somebody, like, no, anime is for adults, I would never, ever, 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 ever show them Demon Slayer. Not in a million years. Now JJK, I would. And it's not only because I'm like biased and because I love JJK and XYZ. It's not that. It's like literally the funny thing is that Demon Slayer and JJK are kind of like similar in a way. And if you don't know anything about Demon Slayer or JJK, like Demon Slayer is basically like this thing with these people who literally slay demons. That's just how I'm gonna put it. They literally just slay demons all day, and the JJK is they slay curses. Practically the same shit, just different monsters, if you will, right? And so, but the main biggest comparisons is like I literally feel like Demon Slayer is like the little youngest sibling to JJK, specifically because with Demon Slayer, a lot of things that I did not like is number one, I don't like the whole idea that you have to go through an immense tragedy in order for you to become the strongest. Why does my grandmother have to be eaten alive in front of me in order for me to become the strongest? What's with that? Hi Haley. Why does it have to be so much carnage? Like, and my sweet little heart, don't get me wrong. Listen, I might just be a little too sensitive, but I just feel like it's just too much. It was just too much trauma, back and forth, back and forth. It was just too much going on. I could not freaking do it. Then Demon Slayer is very male centered, extreme. Oh my god! Like I literally was choking on the misogyny. It was ridiculous. Like I was like, what is this? So we only have two strong Hashira, which Hashira is like the top dog demon slayers, right? So the Hashira, there's only two female Hashira on the entire group. The rest of them are men, right? And you would think with them being the only two female Hashira that they would give them a fucking chance to actually be strong, right? No. One of them is so weak that she can't even use a regular sword. Like they usually decapitate demons with like a big ass sword. She doesn't even have a big ass sword. She has a little skinny mini sword with a little prick at the end, like a tiny little triangle at the end of her shit. And she uses poison to slay demons rather than strength because she's just so weak and frail. And then the other Hashira, oh my gosh, she pissed me off so bad. She literally is strong as hell. She's strong, she's fast, she's cold. Cold, right? Why the fuck every single time we get an inner monologue of her, she's just like, yeah, I'm strong and whatnot, but I just really want a man to put a cock in my mouth. Like, girl, what do you mean? All you want is a man. Fuck me being strong and powerful. I just want a man. I just need a man. That's what I need. And then they're trying to put her under some type of like, she's like the Cupid Hashira. Like she's like the love girly. So she just loves love. And that means that she has to be a pick-me. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and slide that over to the side. Because I'm just like, this is not, no. Then, one of the big things that makes me hate Demon Slayer, like, bad is Zenitsu. Can't. Hi, Kiki. I hate Zenitsu with my entire being. I don't think I could hate somebody more. Like, I've never hated a character as much as I hate him. Every single time he comes on screen, I have to mute him. And like maybe it could just be my ADHD brain, my neurodivergent brain that's extremely overwhelmed. But like him screaming every single time he speaks, my overstimulated brain be like, okay, there's too much going on here. And as being a neurodivergent, we have sensory issues, at least I do. And noise is a big sensory issue thing for me. Huge. and him screaming, like he's at the top of his lungs, like he can't speak in like a regular tone. The thing with the girls is that he does. Yeah, he does it with the girl. He does it with everybody. He does it with Tanjiro and everyone. I'm just like, what is wrong with you? Why are you screaming and hollering and acting like you ain't got no sense? What's wrong with you? Just talk regular. But he's literally ruined it for me. Try it, I guess. I don't know what this means. Oh, YouTube wants me to put like a little sticker up here. I'll put it right there. Why not? Boom. But literally, it's just weird. I still haven't seen Demon Slayer. Listen, Silly, but I'm not gonna hold you. You're not gonna want to. Like, girl, I'm telling you, like the only thing that I love is Nezuko. That's the only girly pop I love is Nezuko because she's so freaking cute. She's the only girl in there who's not annoying. And like their story, like the demon stories too, they're all so horrific. Like they're like one of them I feel really bad for. Literally, they ended up getting killed and they ended up turning into demons. So basically, humans turned into demons, right? In their history, they're siblings, right? Their backstory is that the oldest brother, he was born with some type of deformity or something like that, so he just doesn't look very good. People don't like to look at him. He's hideous. He's like a Quasimodo, if you will, right? And then his sister is beautiful. She was born, and he made his entire life about propping her up and protecting her, taking care of her, XYZ, right? Beautiful girl. When she was probably like maybe 12 or 13, some samurai, some grown-ass man tried to sleep with her, and she defended herself and was like, no, I'm not doing that with you. No, thank you. No, thank you. And so basically she defended herself because he was trying to force himself upon her. Some of these motherfuckers burned that baby alive. I'm fucking sorry. You burned a child alive because she didn't want to sleep with a grown man. And let me tell you something. People will try to sit here and try to say all day and night that, oh, that was back in that time period. That was back in the day. That was back in the times. Like, people were dying when they were young. And that's the reason you'll never, ever, 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 ever convince me, a human being, that pedophilia was ever okay. No. That grown men had to sleep with children. You'll never convince me of that, babe. I'm so freaking sorry. Was everybody dying at 13? No, they weren't, right? There are people who lived into their 30s. There are people who lived into their 40s. Some people who lived into their 80s. Yeah, people were dying younger more often, but not everybody was dying young. So y'all sitting here and saying that men needed to impregnate women, and on top of that, women have always lived longer than men. That's just the facts. Women have always, female in general, has always lived longer than men. You don't believe me? Go on ahead and look into the nature. Okay? Look into nature. The females are always the biggest, and they always live the longest. It be the males who be dying in like 6 months to 2 years, while the females get like 8 to 20 years to live. It's always the females who outlive the males. So you're trying to sit here and tell me that your 57-year-old ass needed to be with a 10-year-old. Never gonna convince me. I don't give 2 fucks in a damn. Baby, I don't got 2 dams to rub together. Not gonna hold you. But getting back to this story. Yes, Daki and her brother. It's good, but certain characters are annoying. Yes, very, very much so. Oh my God, very much so. But getting back to this story, like that's their tragic thing. So that's the reason why they became demons and just started killing people. And I'm just like, nobody sat around to think maybe we shouldn't burn a child alive, you know? You know, if I was to do that, if I was thinking about or forced to do that, that would be the last thing on my list. The police are literally my biggest ops for real. There's been so many accidents today, y'all. I don't know what's in the water. But for some reason, everybody's like crashing into each other. And the old lady almost hit me today. Like, she almost hit me today. And that's why I'm just going to say, I'm running from a little tangent. This is why I be saying too, I don't give a damn what anybody got to say about anything. I believe that there should be a monthly test for the elderly for them to drive. You have to prove in the last 30 days that you did not capture dementia. Because how in the fuck are you on the road? Why are you going 20 in a 35? That's number one. Why are you attempting to turn when there's ongoing traffic and it's not your light? That's number two. Or why are you going fast as hell knowing damn well you don't know how to merge? What are we doing? And I'll be this close, y'all. When I say this close, I'll be that close to calling the policia and being like, yeah, there's this elderly person on the road. I don't think they know what they are. Okay. But yeah, Demon Slayer, just not my thing. Not my thing. Not my thing. Not my thing. And like also starting off with JJK, like it even made it even worse. It made it even worse. Like if I would have started off with Demon Slayer, I probably wouldn't have hated it as much. But knowing what anime could be and seeing this shit, I'm just like, no. No. Because with JJK, comparing it to Jujutsu Kaisen, comparing it to those two, JJK literally does a beautiful job of showing like that balance, right? So yeah, there are not as many female like what is it they called? I forgot. Sorcerers. There's not as many like female sorcerers as there are male sorcerers, but they don't put them on display and make it seem like, oh, they're weak or whatever. No, literally one of the strongest ones who she doesn't even have powers. Maki, she's a fucking beast. Are you kidding me? On top of that, the strongest sorcerer wants so bad to push her and motivate her to become a grade one sorcerer because she is like that code. And it's like, I love it. And then they all have their own little thing. Like, and like I love how like they still kind of add like the sexual component, if you will, to the female characters in JJK. Like for instance, with May. She has like that. Her stuff is tight fitted. Let's first talk about that. Her stuff is tight fitted, and she has like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that little. It's giving Mrs. Roger Rabbit, whatever her fucking man what name was. Yeah, her. It's giving that, but in bad bitch warrior style. You know what I'm saying? And I love that for her, genuinely. Like I want that in all of the animes. Why can't y'all do that? Y'all had to make these Hashira girls just like pick me's, or they're just so weak they have to use poison. Like, how is using poison a weakness, first of all? And on top of that, oh, speaking of that too, I didn't understand all the carnage inside of Demon Slayer either, because to me it just felt really fucking stupid. They had this plant that was called, what was it, Mysteria or Listeria or something like that, an area, and basically it was poisonous to these demons. Okay, why don't everybody have them on their fucking doors? Why isn't people walking around with little Mysteria bottles they can throw at them? Why ain't people putting that shit in like in little oils and lighting lanterns and shit with it? Why aren't y'all sprinkling it over y'all farms and painting y'all roads and shit with it? Y'all know demons exist. Y'all have this plant that is poisonous to them, yet you're not utilizing the tool. Nobody has it. Not a single fucking soul. And y'all sitting over here saying that y'all want to protect people? Obviously not. Because y'all have an entire fucking mountain full of the shit and y'all not using even a single petal. It was just no. And then on top of that, I really hate weak ass villains like Muzan. He's the top demon dog. He's the one who's created all the demons in the past and all that extra shit, right? I can't stand his ass. I can't stand it. I can't stand weak, like weak, do my bidding, manipulative ass villains. I just can't stand it. I love me a malicious, like mentally fuck you up type of villain. I love that. He's not that. He hides behind his other villains, his other demons, and he convinces them that they're not doing well enough when it's really he's just weak as hell. Weak, sad, and pathetic. And on top of that, I can't stand it that he keeps on shape-shifting and keep on going into people's lives and shit. How the hell you out here sicking your demons on human beings, but then you over here married to a woman, married to a human being, had a baby with her? Have you lost your ever flipping mind? Like, this is literally me. I'm like, then we don't know which Muzan we gonna get. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for cross-dressing, but fuck. Even Plastique has poetry. A random character would come on screen and I'm like, who's that? Then all the other demons is like, hi Muzan. What? What are you doing with a full beat, a lace front, and a kimono? Who is this and what are you doing? Next thing you know, you going from somebody's husband to somebody's son to somebody cross-dresser. I don't know what you are. Pretty sure you was dressed up as one of them concubines. You letting somebody bend you over, Muzan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like all over the place. And I'm telling you right now, if Nezuko wasn't in there, I probably would have finished it. I'm not gonna lie. And then also Tanjiro with that whole thing with his speech. Tanjiro, the demon's not listening. You're just shouting. It was just it just was not for me. I'm so sorry. It's just not for me. Can everybody can have their own thing with that, but no. Um, but yeah, moving on from that. But like, I mean, I would say you still really maybe watch Demon Slayer just to see if you might like it. I hated it, but you can make your own opinion on that because I don't know. Maybe we can talk about it in the future and whatnot. Y'all being, I don't know what your really thoughts on Demon Slayer is. We kind of watched it around the same time, so I really don't know what your full thoughts are. I just know that no, and I just know, and us being exposed to JJK, we weren't gonna like it. Mm. So that's all I'll say. If you want to prove to somebody that anime is not for children, don't show them Demon Slayer. Okay. Y'all be wanting me to talk about Dispatch. We already kind of talked about it. If you don't know what Dispatch is, it's a new game that came out where basically it's like a city full of heroes from all walks of life, and basically this one guy who's a regular human, but he has like a superhero suit, giving like Iron Man. Basically, he ends up wrecking his suit, so he ends up becoming a dispatcher. Like you know how like the 911 people are when they send the police out, he ends up becoming a dispatcher for the heroes in the game. And basically, he just tells them to go here, go there, work together, XYZ. And he gets this group of like villains, ex villains, I guess you can say, and makes them heroes. And he makes their whole group into something cool, right? We and my best friends were screaming at the screen because the person we watched play it, which is Jacksepticeye, he played it and it just was not. His choices were just like, Jack, what are you doing? And like, there's this one girl in there. If you watch it, good for you. But there's this one girl in there, and she literally has that storyline of like, I call it like the sacrificial herd trope or the sacrificial lamb trope, if you will, where it's basically like more so the sacrificial herd, like that one character who ends up ruining it for everybody else because they're a fuck up. I can't stand that trope for the life of me. Oh my god, it makes me so fucking sick. And then it's like the people who are actually working hard, the people who are kind, the people who actually care, they're the ones who get sacrificed. Either get hurt, get killed, get fired, whatever, for this one motherfucker. And this motherfucker keeps getting chance after chance after chance after chance after chance, and they're just a repeated fuck up. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And the last time this stupid ass fuck up did something fucked up by not listening, right? She ended up almost getting somebody killed, right? The man was hospitalized for a long time, but she almost got him killed. And literally, Jack chose, because the dispatcher is like the leader of the group, he chose to keep her even after what she did. Me and my besties were screaming. We were screaming at that screen because what the fuck do you mean? She's fucked up enough. Why do you keep... Then the dialogue is, oh, let's not kick somebody when they're down. Actually, motherfucker, how about you don't kick them when they're down? I'm going to be stumping them already. I'm going to be stumping them already. Because this is not her first, second, third, fourth, sixth, seventh, seventh, ninth, millionth time. Fucking up. How many times you want people making sacrifices for her? And you saying she needs to be cut is not you kicking somebody when they're down. It's holding them accountable and letting them know the consequences are coming for their actions. Because this whole time, she's got handout after handout after handout. It's just, oh my gosh, I can't stand that. It's the same thing what happened in Avatar. Not the cartoon, the blue people. The second movie, if you haven't seen it. I'm not the word it. Spoiler, sorry. But literally, the youngest brother, the fuck up, doesn't want to listen. And what ends up happening? His older brother ends up dying because of his stupidity. It is just so... I just can't stand that trope, y'all. I can't stand it. As a big sister, can't stand it. What's his name? Leok, and then his brother's name was Nataeum. I think his older brother's name. Leok, I just could not stand his ass. I was like, why does that keep happening? Like the sacrificial lamb, like... Why are you you're the one who gets the entire herd hurt? Because your ass don't know how to listen. You're either stupid or you're selfish, and it ends up resulting in somebody else saving your ass. I can't stand it. I hate that trope so bad. Like I literally wanted to stop watching Dispatch after that bitch. Like I swear to God, like the only reason why I finished it is because of my best friends. They made me watch it with them. Like I volunteered to watch it with them, but they made me want to watch it with them because they was gonna watch it together. And I was like, it's fine if y'all gonna watch it, I'll watch it. But yeah, you know, I wouldn't have finished the shit if it wasn't for them. I wouldn't have at all. But because we were all raging at the same thing, we were good. We were good. Not to mention this fuck up. What was her damn name? Her name was Invisibitch. She named herself that. Her name was Invisibitch. The bitch couldn't. Oh my god, she could go invisible, but only when she holds her breath. But she also had asthma. Damn, Jesus Christ. So basically, she literally started liking our dispatcher, right? Oh, mind you, they were also had a love story. Not every single superhero thinks is a love story. But basically, they had like a little love story. She had one, like maybe 2 sweet encounters with him. Next thing you know, this girl daydreaming about him, you know what I'm saying, going downtown to lick the sucker. What are you talking about? And we had to see that visual, by the way. We had to see that visual. I was like, what's going on here? You barely know this man. And you daydreaming about him. Are you okay? Are you cool? He give you an ounce of attention and all of a sudden you are head over heels. Child, but the thing that made the game mostly annoying was the person we watched play it. Because we were just like, Jay, are you trying to rage bait us? Is this rage bait? Is that the reason why we're sitting here? Are you trying to piss us off? Because that's what it's giving. It's giving that you're trying to piss us off. Because I don't understand how you're making the choices that you're making. Like, genuinely, I really don't get it. Even when he would give an explanation, he would just stop explaining because you know that what you're saying is bullshit. You know it's bullshit. Talk about it's whatever, it's my game. I'm just gonna play what I want to play. Then do it then. Do it. Because you know you was bullshitting. You knew you were bullshitting from the beginning. Like, no. No. And then also, I feel like the villain, to be completely honest with you, I feel like the story was kind of like rushed at the end. Now, do you feel the same way? Because I feel like it was rushed at the end. Because it's like we barely got to see Shroud for real. Like, we barely saw him. We saw him like maybe twice in the beginning. And then that one thing with the freaking boat. And then, like, we get to interact with him one more time and then he's dead. And I'm like, wow, didn't put up much of a fight. Like, you're set to be this story's, you know, antagonist. And we thinking it's gonna be something crazy. You barely here. And then you get taken out quick as hell. His death felt so swift. Exactly. Like, it was so quick. Like, you just looking like, and like you thinking like the way that he set up like the people who back him, how he's perceived by like the protagonist side of things, like his backstory and everything, you would think he'll be a lot more vicious. Like I was fully expecting like a Dispatch Part 2. Also real stuff. Like I was really expecting like us being left on a cliffhanger, him getting away. You clipped him in like the first 7 minutes or whatever the fuck. He was out of there. I was like, oh my God, I'm shaking in my boots. Like, what a loser. And it's just like, y'all literally set him up to seem like he was going to be so badass. I was fully expecting, like, no hate, no hate, no hate, no hate, no hate. Don't chew me up, ladies. I was expecting Ultron and I got Loki. I was expecting Ultron and I got Loki. I should have known, though. I should have known. Based off the weak-ass storylines, the weird-ass trope, I should have known. I should have known it was going to be nothing great. You know what I'm saying? I should have known. Okay? Should have known. Then this Shroud person, too, another thing that I didn't like is that it seemed like he was going to have way more storyline significance than he did. He didn't have really any story significance when you really sit back and think about it. I do love Loki. I love him so bad, but he's not a strong villain. He ended up exactly where he needed to be. He's not a strong villain. His storyline is not good. He's just not good at it. He's not good. He's good at being a trickster. He's not good at being a villain. He's just not. We love us some Loki, though, right? But, like, it felt like Shroud was supposed to have more impact. He didn't have anything. Like, at all. Like, the only thing that we got was that he was the villain. He was the partner who helped the main character's dad build the suit. But we didn't get like no backstory on that. We didn't really see no connection between them two. Like, I would have loved to see like maybe like flashbacks or just some way to show Shroud's significance to the protagonist, because there really wasn't any. We got that little snippet of him saying, "I helped your dad build the suit." That's it. Okay. Where's the backstory for that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it was giving to me. Like, he felt like a sideline character in his own main character story. It was giving more Invisibitch than anything. I was just like, I would have traded in about 17 scenes. 17 scenes of Invisibitch for Shroud. Because what? It just, maybe it wasn't put together right. I don't know. And then I heard that Little Nightmares is sucky too. What's going on with that? I have not watched it, but they said, yeah, they fucked it up. They fucked it up. They didn't want to work on it anymore, the older developers, so now some new developers, and then they fucked it up. But in better news, we do have a new, I don't think Steam is new, but we have a game console that came out that is good. I don't have a game console. For those who do, Steam came out with a beastie game console where the games are cheaper. You don't have to pay for a subscription. It's fast. It plays 4K games. You can play PC games on it and everything. So for all the peeps out there who are looking for a new console that is better and cheaper, I would go right over there to Steam. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I hope that the next game playthrough that we watch, I hope that Poppy Playtime isn't bad. Oh my God. They bet not fuck up Poppy Playtime. Poppy Playtime has been so good. It's been so good. I really, really hope that they don't fuck that up. I really hope. Because they've been doing so well. And that would just ruin it for me. Because it's bad enough that we haven't been getting that many great games. At least not that I've seen. So, yeah. I cannot. Oh, I'm gonna look through here. Okay. There was something that I had saw a few weeks ago, like probably like a few months ago now, that basically, I don't know if y'all know who she is, but there's a girl on TikTok named Samira. She's a plus size influencer, content creator, and advocate. And basically, she writes songs about being like plus size. She's always going back and forth with brands about saying that they're size inclusive and XYZ when they're really not. They don't include plus. She'll go into like a store and like try on clothes and stuff, and she'll be like, if you look, you can fit it, you better go and get it. All that, right? And she's, man, bitch, if I could name an accomplished human being, it's her. Okay. She went to Harvard. I forgot what degree she had got. She was like a star player on a football team. The girl can sing, honey. She can sing. She is like an all-around successful like woman, right? And one of the things that she does though is that she does like little things about how like plus size women can kind of like go through life, and like she'll show like what she does. And one of the things that she does when she travels, she always asks for a seatbelt extender on a plane. And people were getting mad. People were getting mad because a new like I don't remember which company it was, but there's a company coming out with like a plus size seat or something like that. I could have swore it was. And I don't remember who the company was, but people were bitching and complaining because they were just like, oh my gosh, imagine being so big that you need a bigger seat and da da da. And I was just sitting back thinking, why are y'all bitching and complaining about money you don't have to spend? Being someone who has started a couple of businesses myself and has been on the business side of a lot of businesses, they only care about money. They only care about money, right? And so you're sitting over here being like, oh my God, imagine if somebody is just so, you got to make an extra seat. And this airline is probably like, hold on, we have how many customers who are plus size? And how many of them want an extra seat? And we could charge how much for an extra wide seat? Money. Who gives a fuck how big they are? They ask to be as big as the plane, as long as they order a big seat. Y'all be bitching and whining and moaning about shit that don't even affect y'all. And these companies don't give a fuck. I promise you they don't give a fuck. It's just cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. If they see that making a bigger seat brings them in more money, and on top of that, there's a lot of companies that care a lot about their reputation. They'll see that it will give them good reviews on their customers. Why are y'all angry about money that's not yours, that other people are spending? And it's always so annoying because like people like that are always so stupid, obviously. But like they don't realize how being exclusive hurts everybody. Right? So for instance, we have texting, and texting was made for blind people. Yeah. For blind people. It was. Right? We wouldn't have texting probably if it wasn't for that. There are a lot of things that other people get that are supposed to be accessible for everyone that helps everybody, like elevators and shit, ramps and shit. You think that was only because they wanted skyscrapers? No, it's because they want to be able to put people who are in wheelchairs or people who are injured in big old high rises, if that's what they want. See, imagine if you said, oh, fuck people who are in a wheelchair or whatever, we wouldn't have a lot of things that we do. See, y'all are so close-minded that y'all can't even pick up on the fact that it might not even just be somebody who's plus size who gets into a seat like that. I could imagine a pregnant mama who don't want anybody sitting next to them or purchasing that seat. I could see a parent who wants their kid to be right next to them purchasing that seat. I could see a parent who wants their baby's car seat right next to them on the plane so they don't have to hold their baby purchasing that seat. See, closed-minded individuals can't think. They can't think. It's like their brain is like wrapped, like their skull is wrapped in like 13 million layers of stupidity. Can't penetrate. Can't penetrate, you know? Shit, yeah, I think that. Exactly. There's introverts. Introverts who don't want anybody sitting next to them. Could you imagine having a seat that is basically fit two people? I would, baby, as somebody who's an ambivert, I would purchase that. I sure would. Take my money. Take my money. I don't want nobody next to me. I would book that seat immediately. I know that it's wrong because it's supposed to be for people who are plus sized. But at the end of the day, if I don't want nobody next to me, I want nobody next to me. I'm paying for that seat. Like, and that's probably an introvert's dream. Not having anybody next to them. They can just have that space to themselves. Put your bag there. I can see plenty of people purchasing that. Now, it may originally have been for a plus size person, but looking at the different people that you're helping for having something like that accessible to a plus size person. Having that available. That could also be for people who carry around medical machinery. Like say if you carry around like an oxygen tank, or what's that book bag for the people who have like a heart problem? They have the book bag that like pumps for them or whatever. Imagine them being able to take that off and put it in the seat next to them so they can have a comfortable ride on the flight. Airline being accommodating to a plus size person could literally benefit so many other different kinds of people, but y'all are not thinking about that because y'all are stupid. I'm literally everyone can become disabled too. Exactly. And then just imagine just being able to have that extra space. You're not anxious because people are not next to you. Now you ain't got to worry about people leaning over and trying to sleep on you. All shit like that. You're opening up so many doors when you're inclusive. But they're mad at her just because she orders a seatbelt extender. She wants to be comfortable on a plane. And then like, oh, well, how about you lose weight? It's not the airline's job to make you comfortable. Why isn't it? Let's talk about that. Why isn't it the airline's job to make me comfortable? I'm a paying customer, am I not? Am I not? Why would I not be considered just because of my size? Use your brain. I pay the same amount of money, if not more, than you. And you're sitting over here trying to go back and forth on the behalf of a company who's already paying it. You need to understand. So let's do some math, right? Let's do some math. Okay? Let's just say that for argument's sake, it costs them an extra $250 per seat. Or I'll even say $300 to make a seat like that. Which we already know they're not paying the price that much. But we'll say $300 per seat like that. Mind you, they're not making every single seat on the plane like that. Probably to accommodate their plus size customers, they'll probably put, I'll be generous and say 4. You always know it depends on the size of the plane as well. So I'll just say 4. Okay. Let's just say that this company, okay, has 20 planes. Okay, we're at 1,200 right now. Let's say they had 20 planes. $24,000 it would cost them to put seats like that in all 20 of their planes. 4 seats in all 20 of those planes, right? Let's just say that. Now imagine, I've seen, especially like for Delta or like Southwest, them motherfuckers be having like hundreds of flights a day. Okay? Imagine if they charged, let's say a regular seat is probably like, I don't know, $100. I've never been on a plane. Let's say that the regular seats are $100, right? They could probably charge maybe a little bit less than what the regular seat is. But if you're getting 2 seats, that's probably $200. Let's just say that they will charge, I don't know, $175 for the plus size seat. Okay? And let's just be generous. Okay? Let's just be generous and say that every single time that plane is booked, that they have all 4 seats filled every single time. And let's just say that airline had 40 flights that day. Okay, so how many seats did we have in there? We had 4 times 20. That's 80 seats. Okay, 80 seats on that little 4 planes, right? And they sold that for $175. $175 per each seat. It's already 14 grand. Okay, $24,000 investment, already $14,000. Okay, from just every seat being filled. That's just with all the planes going at once. That's not talking about multiple. Let's just say that all 20 planes went twice in that singular day. They've already made their investment back. It's $28,000 in a singular day. They've already made their investment back, and that's just me being very generous. You already know these flights. These flights were like $400, and you know these places are gonna milk you for everything that you got, right? They made $28,000 back in a singular day. See, while you're sitting around bitching and moaning and crying about, oh my God, you're too fat to be on a plane, a company is sitting back and be like, okay, so how much is it gonna cost us? Okay, how much can we charge? How much are we gonna make? Oh wow. See, it might be shitty, but you can make people pay for convenience. And as a matter of fact, that's what society is. I talked about this a couple months ago, where I said that we don't pay for water, we don't pay for food, we pay for the convenience of our water and food being clean, right? This is another one of the things where it's like convenience cost. You are a plus size person, you want to be in the bigger seat? Well, I want money, so I can just charge you for the extra seat. Is it fucked up? Yeah. But at the end of the day, if a company wants to make more money, they'll mooch off whoever the hell they need to. They will suck anybody dry. They really don't care. And so while you're sitting over here trying to defend why somebody shouldn't be fat and getting on a plane, the business is already crunching the numbers. They already crunching the numbers. They're going to make $1.2 million in the next 2 weeks off of these 4 little seats. While you're bitching, moaning, and complaining, they're going to be making a fat dollar off of the same people that you hate. It's just, it's it pays to be inclusive. And that's the reason why I never understand why these companies are so hell-bent on keeping like the straight or skinny sizes over the plus sizes. It's very weird. Majority of the American population is obese or classified as obese. I did a paper on it in college where plus size people buy way more than their skinny counterparts. And then even more greedy people benefit off the fit. Exactly. And I did a paper, and then I also worked at Forever 21 for almost 3 years. The plus sizes or the larger sizes were the first to go. You know what that would sit on the rack? Extra small, extra small, small would always be left on the rack. It will be very few times that we will find an extra large if we lucky. Very few times that we find a large or an extra large or even some mediums. But them smalls, extra smalls, and extra smalls, them bitches was always there. Because nobody fits in those, not comfortably. unless you're a fucking ballerina or adolescent or a fucking, I don't know, softball player or something. And even those girls, mediums, large. Most women have a large bust. Most women have boobs. So we need a shirt that's going to fit that. Not every girl is flat chested. That extra small ain't getting anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Who's going to protect the girls? And then just competition in general. Like, you would hate to sit back. Imagine if a company was sitting back, like a lot of them, some of them still do. But imagine a company just sitting back being like, no, we're not going to accommodate the plus size customer. Fuck that. I don't want to do it. My moral bias, my bigotry is keeping me back. Okay, well, when all your competitors are doing it, listening to their customers' outcry, and they're implementing the thing that their customers are begging for, and they're making $2 million every 2 weeks, you're going to be looking dumb as hell. And companies don't like to look dumb. They don't like to look outside, outdone by their competitors. They don't like to see their competitors making money and they're not. That's why you'll see if a company comes out with something new, it's fresh, everybody loves it, it's trendy, you're going to see a knockoff version from another company. A remixed version from another company. They're going to figure out their formula and make their own. Because they want a slice of the pie as well. They don't give a damn about the accommodation. Give me your money. Like, give me your money. Oh, you, like when I used to work in real estate. Oh, you want a new doorbell? Okay, well, you're paying me $5,000 a month. I could replace it with a doorbell for $200. That ain't shit. You're giving me 5 G's. We used to work in college housing. And we had a lot of like sororities and like big groups of girls who used to like stay together until their senior year. And yeah, the rent here is $7,500 for this 7-bedroom or whatever the hell. Oh, you want this thing repainted? That's gonna cost me $300. Okay, here's the $300 repaint. Oh, you want a new washer and dryer? Okay, that'll be like $700. Okay, here's a new washer and dryer because the other one didn't work. You're paying me $7,500 a month. We had some people whose rent was like, how much was that 19-bedroom? The sorority's house, the actual 18-bedroom sorority house was like 10,000 something. Yeah, you're paying me 10 G's a month. Sure, I can get your chimney replaced for $2,000. Like, the key is retention. I'm telling you right now, it costs way more money to do anything. Not even just with like getting a new person, getting a new tenant, prospect, whatever. It costs way more money. Same thing with like getting a new person hired. Hiring a new person costs way more money than just like promoting the person who's already in the company. Why would I go out of my way to find somebody to pay? Let's just say that this position is $80,000, right? Why would I go and find someone, searching, paying these companies to put my hiring ad out? Okay, that's money in and of itself, the marketing. Why would I go and hire somebody for $80,000, give them an $80,000 salary, when I could just take the person who I'm paying $50,000 and give them a $70,000 raise? They're gonna think they hit the lottery. But really, this position is $80,000. For a new person, they'll be expecting 80. But you're already at 50. I could just bump you up to 70. You'll be happy and you'll do the job of the person who's getting paid 80. As a business, that's what you want to do. You want to keep a long-standing employee so you don't have to come out of another 80 G's. I only have to come out of 20. 80 versus 20. I mean, I'm going to take 20. You know what I'm saying? If you're thinking like a business person, like, I mean, I may as well just promote you. And even if I did pay you the $80,000, it would still be only $30,000 that I'm paying more rather than $60,000 or $80,000. You know what I'm saying? It's not a whole new person. That's the same thing with like being a tenant, anything. They would much rather hold on to you now, keep you happy, than try to find your replacement. Because finding your replacement costs way more money. Getting your replacement, you're going to have to give them more perks in order to get them inside the apartment. You know what I'm saying? Or get them inside the job. Or whatever. Sign on bonuses and shit like that. When I could just keep the person I already got, keep them happy, keep the retention flowing. Easy. But see, people who think like this don't have businesses. not a business that's going to run very long. Okay? Y'all don't have a business mindset. Reasonable accommodations bring in the cheddar. Okay? Reasonable accommodations. But you're going to let your bigotry just keep you from making money. Look at Target. Look at Target. And Walmart not too far behind. We got Myers and Fresh Time and all these other all the restaurants, all these other grocery stores and stuff now. Y'all going down. Letting the bigotry rule you. You were doing good. You had a good thing going. And you just had to fuck it up. And now nobody wants to shop there. Like I do this thing called what is it called? Fetch. Where you can like scan receipts and you get points and whatnot. They are literally paying people, giving people points for any Target receipt. Like if you go to Target, they'll just give you points just for going to Target. It doesn't matter if you spent $1, 10 cents. They're giving you an extra like 250 points just for shopping at Target because they're despacito. They're desperate. And I'm just like, see, racism is expensive. Bigotry is expensive. Really, any type of discrimination against somebody based off a characteristic is expensive. Where if you are just accommodating and inclusive, everybody eats. Everybody wins. Okay? It doesn't always have to be equal to be fair. But y'all don't hear me, I just want to dance. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I want to also make sure that I highlight with y'all, like, you have to pick and choose who you talking to and who you argue with, right? Because, let me see, people will sit there and say the most stupidest things, and you have to decide in that moment, am I going to argue with them? Is the brain cells that I'm going to use to speak to this imbecile going to be worth it? Are they worth the sacrifice? No. Perfect example. I remember I had made a video about, did I find it? Let me see if I can find it. It basically was a video about these two guys
having a husband, and I'm like,
that I follow, and they basically, hold on. Well, I don't follow both of them. There's a guy that I seen, and then there was another dude who was talking to him, and I guess they had a podcast or something. And they were basically had this female guest on. And basically the conversation ensued of them thinking what women should do to protect themselves against men. And the topic was, you shouldn't dress this way or you're going to attract this type of man. And one of the guys, which I've heard him say other good things actually in the past, literally said, I wish I could just have a daughter so I can educate her. When I can't wait to have a daughter so I can educate her. There's a difference between, what did he say? There's a difference between, oh my God. He basically said something, there's a difference between basically what is and what's reality. Like basically, oh yeah, this is how it should be, but this is what it is. Basically what he was saying. And I made an entire video being like, that's not how that works. And I'm very glad that you don't have a daughter, because you'll be trying to convince her that it is her fault to basically, it's her responsibility to basically keep predatory men from preying upon her, when there's quite literally nothing you can do when you're a woman coming across a predatory man. Okay? That's like trying to tell a guinea pig, okay, if you fluff your fur up like this, the snake won't eat you. It still knows that you're a guinea pig, and it still knows that you're edible. So I'm not really sure what else they could do besides run. Run and get somewhere where the snake cannot reach them. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. All right. Boom. I gotta scroll a little bit. I gotta scroll a little bit.
None of it's true. None of it's true.
Hold on. Boop.
Listen, I know.
Hold on, shit. Stop clicking on shit. Click clacking. Click clackety blackety. To the dackety. It's far back, y'all. Hold on. It's from last year, I think. But I have it on here. Oh, do I got it? Hold on. Bear with me. I almost have it. I was Where did it go? Here it is. Oh my gosh. Ciao. Y'all ready? Okay. I'm going. I think I should just. Yeah, we're going to turn her around. Okay. Here we go. Gonna show y'all this real quick.
So you get to walk out with your figure showing all that stuff and be saying yes. But does that mean you will be saying no? I'm not saying that for you. I'm saying that for the men. Because I don't want you to attract that certain type of men. Because how many times you see, oh, she's dressed that way before she wanted. I want you to like them. This is why I want to talk about, just so I can educate her, bro. The difference between right and wrong and the difference between reality.
Reality is y'all are talking to the wrong people. No real hate to these creators because sometimes I like what they say, but y'all men keep pushing this rhetoric that it is the women's fault. The reality is y'all don't check y'all men. Y'all need to stop talking to women because it's not us. It doesn't matter what a woman wears. I don't understand why you're not getting that through your thick ass phone. It doesn't matter if every single woman on the planet dressed in modest clothing. If a man decides that he's entitled to your body, it doesn't matter what you're wearing. It doesn't matter what you're saying. It doesn't matter what you look like. When he made a decision about your body, that was his decision. You wanna know how I know? Because it wouldn't matter. A respectable man, it would not matter if a woman was walking next to him butterball naked. He wouldn't feel like he's entitled to her body. Then White goes on to say that he wishes he could educate his daughter about how to act in the world. When she's at home, she can be however she wants to. She can dress however she wants to. But the moment she steps outside, now all of a sudden it's a problem. She has to carry herself in a certain way. And no, she doesn't. The problem with this rhetoric is constantly the fact that it's being placed on the women. Like it's our fault that men feel entitled to our bodies even when we say no. I shouldn't have to carry myself in any kind of way. The reality is, if men were more proactive about checking other men, we wouldn't have this situation going on. I remember when I was 12 years old. I've always been a thick girl my whole life. 12 years old, walking in joggers and some regular old shoes and a regular old shirt. This man, grown man, followed me for about 5 to 7 minutes trying to talk to me. I had to keep telling this man, sir, I am 12. He wasn't trying to hear none of that. I'm lying. Obviously, I'm lying. Look at you. You thick, XYZ. Joy, I'm a little kid in joggers with a little ponytail. I wasn't dressed a certain type of way. I wasn't walking a certain type of way. I didn't have my body exposed in any kind of way because men don't need a reason. Y'all need to stop saying that. Like, oh, if you don't dress like a hoe, then a man won't treat you like one. If you cover up every single inch of your body, then a man won't feel like he has to be attracted to you. Why is it my responsibility to control you, not our as the women that y'all are attracted to us, or that you see a certain body part of us and you get aroused? Check yourself. That has absolutely nothing to do with us. That's how I always know. Every single time that a man has a think piece like this and he's talking to a woman, I just click off because you are talking to the wrong person. Stop placing the fault with women and start holding men accountable. Because our reality is only this way because y'all refuse to take action. Because I can assure you, if y'all dedicated a quarter of the energy that y'all do to women to check these men, it will practically eliminate half of these problems. But y'all too busy trying to educate women on how we should carry ourselves in order not to attract that type of attention, instead of attacking the source. Perfect example would be this. Say you live in a 4-unit apartment building. There's one apartment building, apartment A, that is a source unit of roaches because they are filthy, they don't clean their house, they leave food out, and have created a home for these creatures. The roaches start to trickle into the other units. The tenants are complaining, you get pest control out. Pest control comes and sprays all the other units and tells the tenants how they can keep roaches from getting into their house, and they never spray the source unit. The roaches gonna keep coming back. Why? Because you have not eliminated the source. You're too busy over here spraying these houses and telling these people tips they need to do to keep these pets out of their home, rather than eradicating the issue, the source unit on the first floor. Do you hear how insane that sounds? To expect the problem to go away, but constantly ignoring the source? Yeah, I thought so. All in all, stop blaming women for men's behavior. Stop placing the blame and the responsibility on us for how they act. It doesn't matter what I say. It doesn't matter how I dress. It doesn't matter how I look. It does not matter. Nothing that a man does to me is my fault just because he got the urge or is insecure or didn't like the fact that I rejected him. Please stop pushing this rhetoric because not only is it harmful, it's irrelevant and unnecessary. Take that energy and go push it off on your fellow men because it is not women's responsibility. Okay, that was a bit of a long one. We made it through. Anywho, literally, a comment, a guy, after y'all watched the entire video, a guy literally commented and was just like, so you gonna continue to dress that way? I literally responded with, you're not intelligent enough to respond to me. You're not intelligent enough to speak to me. I don't know where you got the unmitigated gall to open up your mouth and say something to me when you clearly don't even know what's going on. Do you know what day it is? Do you know your name? After that long video, that's what you got from it. Like, it's crazy. It's really insane when you really think about it. Like, I'm not about to go back and forth with you because it's literally not gonna literally help me at all. It's not like you're a person who really wants to find understanding. You're just fucking stupid. Because you saying you're gonna continue to dress that way? Yeah, I am. Because it doesn't matter if I'm dressed from head to toe. If a man wants to attack me, he's gonna. If a man wants to manipulate me, he's gonna. It doesn't matter what I'm dressed like. It doesn't matter what I look like. It sometimes matter how old I am. Sometimes. Because some of those dudes would like to take advantage of somebody who's young or too old to defend themselves. How did you hear that and not comprehend what we were talking about? Like, there are Muslim women who dress modestly. Some women, you can't even see their face. And they're still assaulted. Children are still assaulted. The elderly are still assaulted. My grandmother, they don't be having no skin out, suns out, buns out. So it's the 4-year-old's fault that they were assaulted by a man? Oh, you know what? The bluey onesie she was in, that had to be it. It had to be it. It had to be the bluey. Like, you're a fucking idiot. And I feel bad. I feel bad for your mother. Women's science never cease to amaze me and never stop disappointing me. Exactly. Exactly. Sitting over here befuddled. Because what are you talking about? What are you talking about? But see, you're an imbecile. You're an imbecilic man. So I'm not going to go back and forth with you. You're not smart enough to speak to me. Like, you're really not. Because as I said in that video, them placing the onus on women is basically saying you can basically, we're as women, we're doing something to trigger this behavior. We have to be. We're the ones triggering this behavior. We're the ones actually causing the issue. We're the ones. So basically what you're telling me, let me make sure I'm understanding. What you're telling me is that these dudes are like a machine that needs an activation button, right? Before a woman in revealing clothing walks past, they're perfectly normal. They're perfectly normal. They're not predatory at all. They're not animalistic at all. But the moment that that woman walks past, now all of a sudden, all his humanity has gone out the window and now he's fucking berserk. The woman has triggered that response out of that man due to her clothing. Do you know that women have gotten sexually assaulted at work? At work. Women have been sexually assaulted in their homes. What are we talking about? Women are sexually assaulted in prison. You can't even show any skin in prison. Anywhere, everywhere, no matter your age, no matter your skin color, no matter your living situation, no matter your clothing, it's never fucking mattered. If a man wants to harm you, he will. You need to understand that this rhetoric that you're speaking needs to be applied to your fellow men. But here's the fucking problem. Y'all don't want to apply that energy to those men because y'all scared too. Y'all scared too. Y'all scared too. And the funny thing is that y'all are being attacked by these same men. That's the thing that really baffles me. Like, men are not talking about it, but y'all are also victims of these type of men. There's plenty of dudes out there who have been sexually assaulted by another man and they feel like they can't talk about it. It's a problem. But yet y'all sitting over here talking about the women, what the women can do. There's nothing as a guinea pig that I can do to stop this snake from eating me except for run away. Because no little dance that I do, no matter the complexion of my fur, no matter how big or small I am, that motherfucker's still gonna eat me. Because they're a predator. That's what they do. You sound like an idiot. Actually, you are one. What are we talking about here? It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't think that I told y'all about the story. Did I talk about this in this live? But probably not. I did talk about it on TikTok. There was literally a time when I was a little girl. I think I was in high school at this time, maybe 13, maybe 14. And literally, I remember I was running late for school. So I ended up taking the city bus to school. I was very well versed with that. I was on this bus stop, and there was this lady next to me. She was probably in her mid to late 30s, right? Standing next to me. I didn't say anything to her. She didn't say anything to me. I'm just standing there on the bus stop, quiet. I think I was either watching a video or reading a book. I don't know. But I look like a kid. Okay, I have my book bag on, got my coat on. I'm just chilling. Next second, there's this car that drives past. Like this red car drives past. I don't pay no mind because I'm on the bus stop. The road. People are going to drive past. But this car drives past and it goes down. Then out of nowhere, it comes back up. And I'm like, Okay. I've always been a very hyper vigilant, very aware child. Okay. My mother was very good at teaching us about the dangers of the world. She made us watch Lovely Bones when we were children. Okay. So she made us very hyper vigilant kids, very hyper aware. So went down and then it went back up. I'm just like, okay, maybe they forgot something. I don't know. Not paying no mind. Then the car comes down again. Okay. Busts down and then it hits a corner. And like, I'm like, the bus stop is kind of like far away from like the corner of the street, a corner of the block. So they turn and they end up on the corner right there. And I'm right here on the bus stop, just standing next to this lady. And I'm really not paying them any attention because I'm just like, you know, maybe they, I don't know, doing donuts or whatever. I don't fucking know. People drive retarded in this city. And next thing you know, though, one of the guys like gets out of the car. And they're starting to approach. And I'm just like, once again, I'm not really paying them any mind because I'm like, you know, they obviously got something to do. I don't know. But then out of nowhere, the lady steps right in front of me. Like, and blocks me. She doesn't say a word. Just blocks me. Next thing you know, the dude like retracts, get back to the car, drives away. I'm kind of looking like, now mind you, we wasn't really close to each other, but she's like right in front of me. Like when I say like right in front, like she's super close. So I'm kind of like, girl, what's going on here? And so once they drive away and everything like that, she kind of like watches them for like a few seconds or whatever. And then after they officially are gone, she turns around and she's just like, I'm sorry, baby girl. I saw them driving back and forth. They got out the car. They was coming over here to talk to you. And I wasn't having it. Once again, I got my book bag on. I look like a kid. I don't look like no grown ass woman. I look like a kid. I think I have some beat up Converse on, maybe some jeans. I look like a kid. I don't look like no grown ass adult. This nigga almost crashed his car trying to get over here trying to talk to me. This grown ass lady had to block me to stop them from talking to me, a child. What was I wearing then to provoke that response, men? Explain. Please give your answer. What me, a 13-year-old kid in a little book bag? What was I wearing that was enticing such behavior? Baby, I'm fucking Jessica Rabbit. I am Jessica Rabbit. I'm out here scandalous in my little purple book bag. Somebody come and get the freaking morality police today. But that is when I knew it's not us, it's y'all. And like I said in the video, if you would take time to address the men, we wouldn't be having this discussion. But you're talking to a woman. Like, when they will get it, I don't know. But they I don't know. And I said too on a TikTok video, also last year, where I had said that us as women, we need to stop trying to save men. And what I meant by that is that we as women, we have to be way more terrifying. What the hell? Yeah. But like I said, I've dealt with it. Like I said in that video, there was another time where I got followed for 7 minutes by a grown man when I was 12. Of him telling me I'm thick. I can't be 12. Yes, I am, and you know I am. You just don't give a fuck. You want to do what you want to do. You know I'm 12. You're fucking weird. Right? Like I said in that video, men just don't, they don't want to take accountability for their own actions, but at the same time, we're in a patriarchy. And so that's what I was saying in a video before too, that we need to stop saving men. Because especially in the Black community, there's this weird thing with like not calling the police on a Black man, even when he's a danger. Because, he could be killed by the police. And I was one of those people who fell victim to that mindset. Like, don't call the police on your brother or on your dad or anybody like that because, they can go to jail. They could die. Well, I'm so glad that as an adult woman who has used her whole brain, that I got out of that rhetoric and out of that mindset. Because I was like, why wouldn't I call the police on you? Why are you putting me in a position to feel like I'm so in danger for my life that I have to call the authorities on you? Let's first address that. What is causing the action? What action is causing the reaction? Because there's no reaction without an action. What is the action that is resulting in the reaction of me calling the police? What are you doing? And the fact that you want me to put myself in harm's way in order to protect him when he's putting me in danger. We're the only animals on the planet that would do some stupid ass shit like that. I told y'all like that analogy about how even if we feel unsettled, we're the only animals on the planet who will lock ourselves or place ourselves in a no escape route situation. Like if you feel uncertain or scared when you're loading on an elevator, you see a man coming up behind you and you feel unsettled. You know something in your body is screaming. We are the only people on the planet who will stay on that elevator just to not make them upset, not make them feel some type of way. You would never, ever, ever see a guinea pig get on a motherfucking elevator, get in an enclosed space with a snake. You would never see it. They don't give a fuck about what that snake feels. They don't care. Be mad, ho. I'ma live. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be alive. No matter how your feelings are. Right? And so I don't know if that's the same thing in other cultures, but it's really bad in the Black community. Very bad. And so I got out of that rhetoric of thinking, I don't give a fuck. I will call the police. And as a matter of fact, not only will I call the police, if you don't leave me alone, if you make me feel so uncomfortable, I'm going to get on that phone and be so dramatic as if you're killing me. You may want to get up out of here. Right? And not to sound mean or bogus or anything like that, but like, I really want to encourage my Black women to let them know, like, there is nothing easier to do almost in this world as a woman than to call the police on a Black man. In this country, it's fucked up to say that, but it's the truth. We have a weapon that we could use to protect ourselves, and we're not using it for societal expectation. Fuck you, bitches. I want to live. Fuck you, bitches. And ain't no nigga finna sock me in my face. Ain't no dude finna shoot me in my face. Are you crazy? Are you bonkers? Hell no. I'm about to get on that phone and I'm about to be wailing so hard. They're going to come here with such expedience. They're going to think that you're actively assaulting me as I stand here. And it's something that I also recognize with Black women that we're taught. We're taught to be like tough. And I don't know if that's in other communities, but I know in my community specifically, we're taught to be tough. Right? So in a lot of situations, you'll find where like when a police officer comes, a Black woman is not the damsel in distress. She's typically the one who's like serious, mad, or whatever. And she's kind of like approaching a police officer. It's kind of like oh my God, like, I don't care, fuck that dude, get him, be a piece of shit, da 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 da. And I'm just gonna strongly encourage, and I hope that this video seeks the right person, finds the right person, and I can't wait to build a bigger audience so we can talk about this more. But as Black women, we need to stop doing that shit. We need to stop doing that shit. Once you call the authorities there, let them do their job. Let them be the tough motherfucker in the room. That motherfucker not gonna be able to do none of that. See, they're getting bucked with you because you're a woman. But see, when them boys, the people who use that law against them, especially with their skin complexion, show up, oh, there's only so much they'll do. There's only gonna be so much they're allowed to do. So you sit there and you be the damsel. Stop trying to be the knight. You already called the guard. You already called the knight. Be the damsel now. You got to share the little tear. You can approach them and hide behind them and say, oh my God, I'm so scared for my life. Do all of that. Pull out all the stops. That's not what I'm going to be doing. I'm not fighting with men. Absolutely not. You damn right I'll be weaponizing the police. You're sure right. Because there should be no reason in the world why I should even feel inclined to do so. If you're putting me in a dangerous situation and make me feel scared for my life, I'm going to call the proper authorities for you. I pay taxes in order to have somebody fight for me. I'm too pretty for that. Fuck, I look like fighting a man. I could just get the police to handle you. You want somebody to manhandle? Manhandle them people with a gun who can lawfully kill you and get away with it. Go ahead and manhandle them. You won't be manhandling me. I can assure you that. You won't be manhandling me at all. At all. At all. And the fact that I'm a theater kid too, baby, I will pull out the waterworks with a swiftness. I want the people who can cry on demand. Hello? I will have that operator on the other line making it seem like you are trying to, baby, I'm going to feel like I'm in a Scream movie. They might just send the National Guard for your ass. They might just send the CIA, FBI, SWAT after I get on the phone. And you don't want that. You don't want that. And don't let me really feel threatened. I told you they got a gun. They gonna get here quick. I'm no longer falling for the rhetoric that as a black woman I need to be tough. As a black woman I have to defend black men. Fuck you. Fuck you. The only person I'm gonna defend is my damn self. If you put myself in danger or in fear, it's over for you. I'm going home alive. And as beautiful as I was when I walked up this door, hell I look like. But that's what they teach us, though. They teach us to be that way. I don't give a fuck who you are. You're not going to ruin my time on Earth. 1 in 400 trillion. 1 in 400 trillion chance that we are even born. You think that I'm about to ruin my one chance on the Earth for you? Let you ruin it? With your tomfoolery? Think I'm about to sit over here and argue with you? Oh, no. Oh, no. And I don't feel like women call the police enough. Honestly. Not even just black women. Women in general. There'll be plenty of like I'll be seeing so many scenarios and situations where women be literally being threatened and bothered by men and they don't call the police. I get recording for your own safety. Girl, put us down and pick up the phone and start dialing. Pick up the phone and start dialing. And get on that phone and describe this man like he's Jeepers fucking Creepers. Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Go ahead and get on that phone, girl. Okay? You better be screaming and crying and babe. Shaking and all that extra shit. And when they get there, keep it up. Keep it up. If there's ever a time to pull out the acting skills, it's now. I want to shake a man to his core so bad about trying to call himself hurting me that he never even thinks about doing this again. See, I'm the type of bitch to lie. I'm not even gonna hold you. You made me feel so scared. I've seen so many fucking videos. Oh my God, there was this one video where this dude like crashed a girl, like wrecked a girl's windshield, like broke her windshield because she told him that she didn't want to go on a date. I'm sorry, what? There was another dude who had got into these girls' faces because she told him to like leave them alone or whatever. And she was like, okay, go away, like whatever. And he was like, yeah, say go away again. Say it again, I'm gonna punch you in your shit. I would have got on the phone immediately. And as soon as they show up, I'm like, he threatened me. He tried to grab my throat and choke. I'm literally about to say a whole bunch, like just a whole bunch. I thought I was gonna die. Like you have to really pull it out. I want him to be so beside himself. So like, she lied. Who you think they're gonna believe? You, the angry, aggressive, disrespectful man, or the crying, weeping, inconsolable, shaking, shattered, completely traumatized woman? They're not gonna believe you, babe. They're not. Whatever I'm saying, they're gonna believe me because I'm in distress. I'm in distress for what you've done to me. Whatever it is I said that you did. I want you to be so scared the next time you approach a woman that you approach a woman with respect. With respect. Because I want you to remember me. I want you to think of me. Oh no, she could be like one of them crazy bitches I encounter. You're right. You're right. I'm the type to put on an entire show. This point in my life. Oh, I'm the type to put on an entire show and then drop the charges like nothing happened. Just to traumatize you. But like I said, Coy's going home with the same face and the same body that she walked through the door with. And if that means that you're going to have to be sacrificed, well, King Julian, why am I a sacrifice? Why am I tied to a stick? To trigger any explosives that Carl might have set for me. Yay, I'm a sacrifice. That's going to be your ass. That's going to be your ass, okay? Bitch, I'm Saw. Want to play a game? Want to play a game? Because I promise you, I'm going to pull it out. I'm in my soft girl era. I'm not fighting with no man. I'm not arguing with no man. You irritate me, you're gone. And that's the funny thing. I think it might be a Libra thing too. Because like people get so mad at my absence. Like as a Libra, I don't go back and forth. Like I don't have time to go back and forth. I protect my peace too much. I come first, always, right? I don't argue with people. I don't go back and forth with people. I'm just gonna get my point across, and you either accept it or you don't, and I'm moving the fuck on. But see, the funny thing is that you're not gonna have access to me the way that you had access to me before. You're not gonna have access to me the same way. And that absence, y'all, oh, it eats people alive. Watching it in real time has to be one of the most entertaining things in my life. I love watching how people like unravel when they don't have the presence of me. Man, y'all gotta master that. Y'all gotta do that for real. I'm telling you, you gotta do it. You gotta try it. It is so good. It is so good. Like, you have to really not give a shit for it to work. You can't be sitting around waiting for their reaction. You have to truly not give a fuck. Like, you have to truly be indifferent. The way that they be foaming at the mouth, it's wild. From you doing nothing. I have never gotten more complaints in my life than I have when I do nothing at all. I'm not speaking to you. I'm not side-eyeing you. I'm not doing anything. but cutting off the access to me that you once had. Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful thing. I'm not doing a thing at all. I'm not doing shit, and you are just up in arms. And I'm like, what's happening? What is happening right now? It's like, I feel like you're ignoring me. I said hello to you this morning. Yeah, but I feel like you're mad at me. I'm not mad at you. I'm talking to you right now, just like I spoke to you this morning. Oh, well, I feel like you're ignoring me. How? Well, because I was asking about your weekend, and you said you're not doing anything. Okay, let's go over the definition of ignoring. Because I'm pretty sure to ignore someone means that you give them no response. Yet and still, I gave you a response, and you're upset about said response. See, what you wanted was for me to tell you what I was doing this weekend because you feel as though there's something that I'm doing this weekend. Granted, there is something I'm doing this weekend, but you don't need to know that. So what will it do for me to tell you, someone that I do not fuck with like that, what I'm doing this weekend? So am I doing this weekend? No. Oh. Well, I'm doing XYZ this weekend. That's good. Okay. Let me know if you need anything. That's it. What happened? But it's just something. I love it. I live for it. It is something in this era of peace and growth and just harmony and balance, which every day is a balanced day fucking with a Libra. It's just, I just can't see myself, you know what I'm saying, getting engaged with that. Just remove yourself entirely. Like, I just feel like it's not worth it most of the time just to get into it with people. Like, do I want you in my life? No. Does your opinions have any effect on me? No. Do I feel like I can't live without you? Nope. All the people I feel like that about are already in my life. And our relationship is great. Anything outside of that, I don't know what more you want from me here. You know, I deserve peace, love, joy, and happiness. I will always love it, always need it, always require it, and y'all should require it of yourselves as well. So just, you can have that, and I'm going to take this. Okay. Absolutely the freaketh not. But I feel like once you adopt this mindset, I feel like everybody's going to feel chill and zen. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's like a thing where you got to grow into it. Because I've gotten a lot of compliments about my mindset. Like, bro, a lot of things. Like, they were like, oh my God, your mindset is so mature. And I'm like, yeah. But at the same time, how can you not? Like, maybe I have to talk to a few more people who don't have my mindset to see how they can continue to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. My whole thought process maybe is because my mindset is kind of centered around this whole thing of like, I strive for peace, growth, harmony, like, you know, fulfillment in my life, and anything that doesn't align with that gets tossed to the wayside. That might be the reason why it's so easy for me, because I have my little duckies lined in a row of how I want my life to look, how I want my relationships to look, what would I expect, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just certain things that I put in my mindset that maybe y'all do or don't do, I don't know, but that I put in my mindset. Like, for instance, if I was going through a very hard time, would I want you there? Or even if I was going through a good time, would I want you there? If I have to think of something negative is going to occur or might occur if you're there, to ruin my celebration, you're not coming. That's literally me. Like when I used to read the Reddit stories, like people be like, oh, I have a sister who likes to make everything about her, and you still invited her to the wedding? Oh, I did it because I didn't want to be no family drama. Anybody who has an issue with my decision, you're also not invited to the wedding. You willing to sacrifice your invitation for them? I didn't think so. Like, to me, it's like very cut and dry like that. Like, you're not going to ruin my time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's literally what it is. If I feel like there's even the slightest inkling that you're going to disrupt my day in any way, shape, or possible, I'm going to remove you. Like, I've literally read some Reddit stories where people be like, oh, yeah, my brother, I had an inkling that he was going to propose at my wedding, and you still invited him? You still invited him, even with that thing in your head telling you he going to do some shit. He going to do some shit. See, I can't have something like that on my brain. I can't have that level of stress on my mind when it's supposed to be a day about me. I couldn't imagine going to a graduation. I remember that, oh my God, that graduation, that situation where that girl had a graduation, her mom committed unaliving herself at the girl graduation. Not to sound mean, but bitch, you couldn't do that the next day. You had to do it at her graduation. Are you fucking serious? No. 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 If I think about how, like, if I interact with you, I have to think about what I'm going to say before I say it in order not to trigger some type of back and forth or whatever. I'm just going to cut you out of my life. I'm just not going to talk to you. My mother was the ultimate boss for that. Like, she was my ultimate boss. After that, I said, anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. Okay? Because nobody's going to take my peace from me. This world is already very stressful, already very traumatizing, already too much. And I'm already struggling. It's an everyday struggle to keep the scale balanced. I don't need no extra hard-ass pebbles throwing off my motherfucking chakras, throwing off my damn balance. So you gotta go. My mother used to laugh at me because she's like, girl, you got your scissors on your belt. I do. And I sharpen them every morning and every night. I want to make sure that they're extra sharp. Okay? Your string is going to have to be as strong as Hercules's. And even then, bitch, I will give you some godly scissors to make sure that you are snip, snip. Okay? That's why I literally be saying, like, if I was to ever get married, God was going to have to literally, like, shove this man in my face. Like, he's going to have to be, like, relentless. Like, and I mean, I'm telling you, because I have absolutely no problem dying without a partner. Oh, you telling me just hanging out with my girlies? Being a star auntie? No relationship pressure is not that stuff, baby. Sounds like a dream. Me and all my animals. Me and all my animals. I'm going to be like Willow's Wildlife. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I'm going to think about it, two things to show. If y'all ever do see me in a relationship or if y'all ever do see me get married, just know it's not going to be from any effort from me. Not saying that I'm not going to put effort in the relationship, but just know this man fought tooth and nail to be with me. Because I will cut a man off for the slightest inconvenience. I'm not even holding you. I will send you a prompt message. Yeah, this isn't working for me. I'm going to have to block you. I have done that. Yeah, I saw your profile picture. You had a gun in it. I'm going to have to block you. There's nothing too small. Men are too stressful. The moment that you give me the ick, yeah. Here's the resignation letter, the pink slip. Our relationship is officially terminated. Okay? You have been promoted. As Amazon would say, you have been promoted to customer. You have been promoted to onlooker. You are no longer able to engage with the goddess. Thank you. Thank you for my time. Thank me. You're welcome, me. Yeah. I strongly encourage you all to adopt that mindset. Okay? And if you're somebody who's out there looking for love, good luck with that. Good luck with that. But let me tell you something. You got to make sure that you love yourself so you don't fall into despacito situations, desperate situations. I know I'm not saying desperate right in Spanish, but I still want to say it because despacito is funny. But like, so you don't fall into desperate situations, make sure that you love yourself, know yourself. That means that you are perfectly fine with yourself, but you just want to add an addition to oneself. Okay? You're not using another person to replace you. You're using another person to add to you. Help you grow, help life become easier, more fun, creating better memories. That is what it should be, not oh, I'm using you to fill an empty hole in my body. Because that never works out. Ever. Okay? You just end up fucking yourself up. That's what she said. It really is. It's hilarious to me. I fucking love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. But yeah, I'm always speaking Spanglish. I speak Spanglish every day. No, me. I need to really finish my Spanish. I will. One of these days, watch. One of these days, when I go back to college, I'm going to take Spanish class because in your junior and senior year, I think it is, the teachers only speak Spanish. They don't speak any English. So I will be taking Spanish in college as well. So, baby, before I'm 35, I will be fluent in Spanish. Amen. And I will have my degree. Amen. Hold me to that. Okay. Also, don't let me forget, I have to put out a live schedule. I'm so glad I remember that. Woo! I have to put out a live schedule. Okay. If I don't put it out on the YouTube post, make sure my moderators, make sure I don't forget to put out my live schedule or make my live schedule so y'all know when I'll be coming on. And then also, I might actually just build it with y'all on the next live. If not, I'll probably just make it and then y'all can kind of like tell me based off of what I got, what is best to like adjust for so we all on the same page. Okay, but I love you so much. It is a Sunday night, so I know that tomorrow is going to be Monday. It's going to be a little crazy, but I love y'all very, very much, and I hope that y'all have a good week. I don't know how we are next week. We'll see. But yeah, I know y'all looking out for me probably around like 6:30, 7 o'clock, like I always do. I love y'all once again. I appreciate y'all all supporting me, and hopefully my life will get together in the next couple of weeks, and so I'll be back to posting videos for my lovelies. But yeah, y'all have a good night. Bye. Make sure that y'all stuff come in. Love you, love you, love you. Talk to you later. Yay.